Yo, what's going on, guys? Well, this is the end. This is the series finale of WandaVision, which is season 1, episode 9. Is it really the series finale, though? I don't really know. But anyway, that's what the name is of this episode, so we're just going to roll with it until then. But anyway, how you doing, everyone? This is Slam. We're going to be diving into this episode right now. So this is the ultimate climax of the entire series up until this point. We see White Vision coming in, just battling and all that. We see, like, Wanda's vision, I guess, transformed, battling White Vision and all that. We see the two witches battling each other. So it's a whole lot of battles, so little time. Let's dive into it, shall we? What's happening up until this point? Well, we got the kids, like, being tied down with Agnes and all that, with the whips and all that. Agnes tries to take Wanda's magic from her, but that's interrupted by White Vision. White Vision comes in and attacks both witches, but then targets to destroy Wanda. But then Wanda's vision, if you will, aka WandaVision. Oh, we will snap. Oh yeah, but then Wanda's vision comes in and battles White Vision and all that, and they just have like a huge brawl. But then Agnes battles Wanda all the way into the downtown area of Westview, and then Agnes lets everyone out of their supposed roles as sitcom people, and everyone just starts crying and screaming at Wanda, just saying like, hey, can you just let my family go? And it's very heartbreaking, actually. It's quite a dramatic thing right here. And then Wanda's just like, I don't even know what to do anymore. And then Agnes brings in the Necronomicon, which actually kind of contradicts some things with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. here. Because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had the Necronomicon in its show, and it looks different from this book. So what? Does that contradict Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Is that not canon anymore? We'll decipher that later on in this review. But anyway, Wanda does in fact bring back the giant beam in the sky because she opens up the barrier, allowing people to crawl out and, not get hurt anymore, which is good of her, but at the same time she did create it, so yeah. Anyway, as she opens it though, Billy, Tommy, and Vision, or Wanda's Vision, both or all three kind of start to disintegrate because you either got to choose between your family being disintegrated or the people being out of harm's way, I suppose. So she closes up the barriers again, like implementing them back into like full body type of thing, I guess. And then there's an Incredibles scene, an Incredibles pose of all the family just waiting to team up and just take down all these idiots. Agatha, White Vision, and Hayward, who made it into the barrier when it opened. I thought that was amazing. Just spot on, just beautiful. I knew Kevin Feige kind of put that in there, and I was like, oh, good, nice touch. Nice touch there. I really do enjoy that. But anyway, everyone starts to battle their own people and all that. Wanda battles Agnes, Vision battles White Vision, and the kids battle Hayward and his posse and all that. So let's dive into each individual sections. So here's what happens with Vision and White Vision. They battle each other, but Wanda's Vision actually notices that he can't overpower White Vision because they're matched pretty equally. So what he does instead is a battle of intellect. And this is something that kind of everyone's really talking about. It's something that really hasn't been implemented in Marvel up until this point, a battle of intellect, but it was actually really well done. There's a whole lot of different interesting philosophies kind of being thrown out of place, like this whole talk about the ship and how he had this old Greek mythological story here about how if you take apart a ship and you basically replace every single part of the ship, is it still the same ship? And I found that to be pretty interesting. And then Wanda's vision puts in like Wanda's vision's like memories and all that, which into White Vision, and then White Vision just disappears, not to be seen again until another Marvel thing later on down the road, which okay, good going there. You get the slam seal of approval on that. Very well done. Now on to the kids section. I'm going to include Ralph Boner, which is kind of the more disappointing part of this episode. We find out that Quicksilver from the X-Men universe is not actually Quicksilver from the X-Men universe. He's actually Ralph Boner, a actor that Agnes manipulated into thinking he was Quicksilver, but he's not. And yeah, I gotta say, that was pretty disheartening. That was really it was kind of a blow, I would say. It kind of let the air out of my hype train, if you catch my drift. But anyway, Monica Rambeau just knocks him out and all that and makes him remember who he is. Good going for her. She, using her powers, she goes over and helps out the kids who are kind of being overwhelmed by the Hayward's people, which... good going for her. She's using all her powers, which I don't really understand how she could use, because there's one thing that she's like, moving around all these bullets because she's, powerful and all that, but how does she know how to use any of her powers? She just got them. Like, this is kind of rushed. If I had powers like this, I wouldn't know what to do. What the heck's up with this? But anyway, I guess the Speed, aka Tommy, helps out with transferring one of the bullets from the other people and all that. Good job, good going, Tommy. It's kind of a okay, I guess. And then Darcy comes back in, banging her truck into one of the things and all that. And there we go. That wraps up the end of that. But the real stuff, though, happens with Wanda and Agnes. Wanda tries to use her magic to put Agnes back in that little origin story that we saw from the previous episode, and we find out that Agnes overpowers her as well in that vision. So they start battling out superhero style, flying and all that type of stuff. And we find out that every movement, I guess, every power ball that Wanda throws at Agnes, she absorbs and all that, absorbs more of Wanda's powers. So Wanda kind of throws it to her sides and all that. She keeps on missing. But come to find out, Wanda's kind of gray and kind of floating there for some reason. And at this point, I was like, how is she able to fly here when she doesn't have any more power? Like, she barely has any power or whatever. And then Agnes tries to suck it all in, and she can't. Why can't she, you may be asking? Well, that's because I forgot about the other episode where apparently, according to the laws of magic, there are specific symbols that are used from the Necronomicon, like in Doctor Strange, like specific symbols and all that when you put it on a room or something within a boundary, no one else can use magic except for the person who puts the symbols on. And Wanda copied that and made gigantic symbols within the boundary of the world that Wanda created. So she's the only one that can use the powers. And then she has like this red crown that she was wearing in the 90s episode, like the 2000s episode or the Halloween episode, whatever. It's the Halloween episode, but the crown that she has in the comics, basically. And she has her full-blown, like, comics accurate super suit and all that. And she just wails at Agnes and just takes back all of her power, just wailing at her and destroying her and all that. And then in the finale, she makes Agnes act like a sitcom sidekick forever and ever, not allowing her to ever leave and become who she used to be, I guess. And that's basically it. Wanda just puts the kids to sleep. Wanda and Vision kind of have their own little goodbye thing, which is very potent, very well done, I should say. Little by little, her world is coming to an end, sucking it back in and all that, coming toward the house, and towards the final moments of that, Wanda and Vision have a very lovely time. It's gut-wrenching, actually. And yeah, the kids and Vision are no more. They're gone. Then Wanda comes out trying to not look at any of the citizens and all that. Darcy left for some reason. And Monica and Wanda kind of have their own little thing. And then Wanda leaves, goes in the mountains to study, and hears her boys kind of yelling in some background thing. And then she goes. That's it. What did I think about this? Well, I'll detail it. The good, the bad, and the confusing. So here we go. The good. Performances were great as always. I mean, what can I say? The heart of it was there. Beautiful, well done. Character pieces, very well done as well. I love the battles, the action set pieces and everything like that. If I had to rate them, it would be Visions, because we've never seen that ever happen in a Marvel thing where we had intellect fights. I found that to be really, really fascinating. Then I would choose Agnes and Wanda's fight. I thought that was pretty sweet. Marvel stuff. It is a Marvel-centric fight, but it was a really good fight, I gotta say. It was really, really good. And then Monica's whole thing, I would say that needed more development. That needed a lot more development than it got, because I don't really understand how she knew what to do. I also didn't really like the ending either. Wanda did something that was really, really disturbing and wrong, and she's allowed to go off and evade the law. I don't really get that. That's kind of, it doesn't really gel with me, in my opinion. That's not good. Even if she did have, emotions about Vision dying and all that, that doesn't excuse the fact that you had an entire New Jersey town under your spell doing your bidding. That's not good. You need to take responsibility for that, Wanda. I really